Good day everyone, I am Janan Cabria and I will be discussing topic 19, Designing and Managing Integrated Marketing Communication. Modern marketing calls for more than developing a product, pricing it attractively, and making it accessible. Companies must also communicate with present and potential stakeholders and the general public. The role of marketing communication. Marketing communication are the means by which firms attempt to inform, persuade, and remind consumers directly or indirectly about the products and brand they sell. It works by showing consumers how and why a product is used, by whom, where, and when. And it helps to move products, services, and ideas from manufacturers to end users and builds and maintains relationship with customers, prospect, and other important stakeholders in the company. Marketing communication mix involves all tools you use to communicate with your customers or potential customers. This could be through advertising, social media, product packaging, direct marketing, websites, and event and exhibition. It also refers to specific methods used to promote the company or its product to targeted customers. Marketing communication mix consists of 8 major modes of communication. The first one is advertising. It is a marketing tactic involving paying for space to promote a product, services, or cause. The second one is sales promotion. It is a marketing strategy where the product is promoted using short-term, attractive initiatives to stimulate its demands and increase its sales. The third one is events and experiences. It is a company-sponsored activities and programs designed to create daily or special brands-related interaction with consumers. The next one is public relations and publicity. It is the variety of programs directly internally to employees of the company. It also creates public awareness for brand and also it is a management of relationship and communication to establish goodwill and mutual understanding between an organization and its public. The next one is online and social media marketing. It is a online activities and programs designed to engage customers or prospect and directly or indirectly raise awareness. The next one is mobile marketing. It is a multi-channel digital marketing strategy aimed at reaching a target audience on their smartphones. It also can do wonders for driving brand value and demand for your products or services by leveraging mobile devices to connect with more consumers in real time at any point in your customer's life cycle. The next one is direct and database marketing. It is a process of communicating directly with target customers to encourage response by telephone, mail, electronic means, or personal visit. It also allows a company to target more precisely a segment of customers and prospect with a sales message tailored to their specific needs and characteristics. And the last one is personal selling. It is also known as face-to-face selling, in which one person, who is the salesman, tries to convince the customers in buying a product. It is also a promotional method by which the salesperson uses his or her skills and abilities in attempt to make a sales. This figure shows a macro model with a 9 key factors in effective communication. The sender and receiver represent the major parties. The message and media represent the major tools. The four represent major communication function, which are encoding, decoding, response, and the feedback. And the last element in the system is the noise. The communication process model. It refers to the transmission of passage of information or message from the sender through selected channel to the receiver, overcoming barriers that affect its pace. Communication can best be summarized as the transmission of a message from a sender to a receiver in an understandable manner, and the importance of effective communication is immeasurable in the world of business and in personal life. It has become clear that effective communication is critical to the successful operation of modern enterprise, and every business person needs to understand the fundamentals of effective communication. This figure shows the micromodel and it summarizes four classic response hierarchy models. All these models assume the buyer passes through cognitive, affective, and behavioral stages in that order. This learn feel do sequence is appropriate when the audience has high involvement with a product category perceived to have a high differentiation, such as an automobile or house. An alternative sequence is do feel learn. It is relevant when the audience has high involvement but perceives little or no differentiation within the product category, such as airline tickets or personal computers. And the third sequence is learn do feel. It is irrelevant when the audience has low involvement and perceives little differentiation, such as with salt or batteries, and by choosing the right sequence, the marketer can do a better job of planning communication. And here are the response hierarchy models. The first one is awareness. It is the stage at which the customers become aware about the product and start to understand about the brands that sell the product and the different models available. The second one is knowledge. It is the second stage or the process in which the customers gain more knowledge about the product or brand, and to ensure that their brand is visible to prospective customers, advertisers must carry out all possible effort to highlight the positive aspect of their product. The next one is liking. It is the third stage where customers tend to develop a liking for the product. This liking must be aroused by advertisers by highlighting the appropriate emotional appeals related to the product. The fourth one is preference. It is the phase where a customer is clear about the product, model, and brand choices he wants to go in for. It is the responsibility of advertisers to make constantly reinforce the positive aspect of their brand in the minds of the customers. The next one is the conviction. It is the pace at which the customers have made up their mind to go in for a particular brand or product. It is the responsibility of the advertisers to guide the customers toward making a choice of brand, product, and store. And the last one is purchase. It is the final stage as per the hierarchy of effect model at which customer purchases the product. Next is the developing effective communication, and it has 8 steps. The first one is identify the target audience. So a target audience is a group of customers within a target market who have been established as a recipient of a specific advertising or message. The next one is the set of communication objectives. Here, marketers can set communication objective at any level of hierarchy of effect model. And John Rochester and Larry Percy identified the four possible objectives, and these are the established need for category, build brand awareness, build brand attitude, and influence brand purchase intention. The first one is established need for category. It is a it is establishing a product or service category as necessary for removing a satisfying a perceived discrepancy between a current motivational state and a desired motivational state. The next one is build brand awareness. It is a fostering the consumer's ability to recognize or recall the brand in sufficient detail to make a purchase. Next is build brand attitude. It is helping consumers evaluate the brand's perceived ability to meet a current relevant need. And the last one is influence brand purchase intention. It is moving consumers to decide to purchase the brand or take purchase related action. The third one in developing effective communication is design the communication. It is especially used where discussing the strategy involved in expressing information through visual design. For communication designers, this can become the foundation of how they think about the visual and then the real definition of what they do. Message strategy. In selecting message strategy, management searches for appeals, themes, or ideas that will tie to the brand positioning to help establish points of parity or points of difference. and some of these appeals or ideas may relate directly to product or service performance, whether the quality, economy, or value of the brand. The next one is the creative strategy, which effectiveness of communication depends on how well a message is expressed as well as on its contents. Creative strategies are the way marketers translate their message into specific communication. It can broadly classify them as either informational or transformational appeals. The informational appeals, which it elaborates on product or service, attributes or benefits. The transformational appeals, which it elaborates on a non-product related benefits or image. It might depict what kind of person uses a brand. The next one is message source. Research has shown that the source's credibility is crucial to a message acceptance. Many communication do not use a source beyond the company itself. Others use known or unknown people. Messages delivered by attractive or popular sources can potentially achieve higher attention or recall, which is why advertisers often use celebrities as a spokespeople. The next is selecting the communication channel, and it has many subtitles. And these are the personal communication channels, non-personal communication channels, and integration of communication channel. The first one is the personal communication channel, which two or more people communicate directly with each other, including face-to-face, on the phone, via email, or even through an internet. It is effective because they allow for personal addressing or feedback. The next one is non-personal or mass communication channel. These able media that carry messages without personal contact or feedback. They include major media, atmosphere, and event. Major media include newspaper, magazines, direct mail. The broadcast media, which are radio and television. The display media are billboard, signs, and poster. And the online media includes email, company website, online social, and sharing networks. The atmosphere are design environments that create or reinforce the buyer's learnings toward buying a product. And the next and events are a stage occurrence that communicate messages to target audience. And the next one is integration of communication channel. Mass communication affect personal attitudes and behavior, and ideas often first flow from radio, television, and point of opinion. Leaders or consumers highly engage with media, and then from this, influencers to less media involved population groups. Establish the total marketing communication budget. One of the most difficult marketing decisions is choosing how much to spend on marketing communication. And now I will discuss the four common methods: the affordable method, the percentage of sales method, the competitive parity method, and the objective and task method. The first one is the affordable method. Here, some companies set the communication budget at what they think they can afford. The affordable method completely ignores the role of marketing communications as an investment and their immediate impact on the sales volume. The second one is the percentage of sales method. Here, some companies set communication expenditures at a specified percentage of a current or anticipated sales or the sales price. The percentage of sales method has little to justify it. It leads to a budget set by the availability of funds rather than by market opportunities. The third one is the competitive parity method. Here, some companies set their communication budget to achieve share of voice parity with competitors. The differences in company reputations, resources, opportunities, and objectives are so great that communication budget are hardly a guide. And the last one is the objective and task method. It is the most dependable approach. The objective and task method calls upon marketers to develop communication budget by defining specific objectives, identifying the tasks that must be performed to achieve these objectives, and estimating the cost of performing them. The next one is communication budget trade-off. It questions how important should marketing communication be in comparison to alternatives such as product improvement, lower prices, or better service. The answer is depend on where the company's products are in their life cycles, whether they are commodities or highly differentiated products, whether they are routinely required or must be sold, and other factors. Next is selecting the marketing communication mix. Within the industry, companies can differ considerably in their media and channel choices. Companies are always searching for ways to gain efficiency by substituting one communication tool for other, and many are replacing some field sales activity with ads, direct mail, and telemarketing.